From Newsnets and CCTV, it's high school basketball coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
Hey, welcome back to Cadillac High School, where the varsity girls are just getting ready to get started, and we are going to probably start the national anthem shortly. We are here for the matchup between the Cadillac Vikings and the Traverse City Central Trojans. And it looks like it's neon night tonight in the student section. We should have worn our.
Might have
lost you for a second. We should have worn our neon, Evan, and fit right in down there.
You know, maybe next time.
We'll have to get the memo on that, right?
Yep.
And we'll get started with the national anthem sung by Lisa McLaurin tonight. Actually, she was ready to sing, but I think somebody pushed play, so. Started with our starting lineups here. Unfortunately, we did not get to hear Mrs. McLaurin sing the national anthem. She always does a good job when she sings that. And Evan's going to take you through the starting lineup for the Traverse City Central Trojans.
Yes, looks like, see what we're starting off with here. Starting with a guard, senior number 2, Karina Stewart. Another senior coming up, guard number 5, Riley Farmer. Another senior coming up, another guard, Sadie Zahn. Number 3, the senior forward, Jordan Burnham. And lastly, center number 12, Siri Asiala.
Okay, and Cadillac. They had some injury issues that they were dealing with, but it looks like they got those straightened out, and their starting lineup tonight should be fairly similar to every night. The 11-0 Cadillac Vikings is going to start number 2, Molly Anderson. Number 3, a senior, McKenna Bryant. And another guard, a junior, number 15, Olivia Meyer. Add one of the forwards, number 10, Emma McTaggart. And the final starter for the Vikings is number 12, Michaela Knight. The Vikings are coached by Mike McLaurin, and the Traverse City Central Trojans are coached by Greg Farmer. So as we get going here, Ev, we look for a fast-paced game for most of the teams. Cadillac kind of likes to get out and run a little bit, and they don't really have a true big girl, but they do some transition game. I believe Central has run some zone against them in the past, so they'll try to combat that tonight.
Yeah, any game against any Traverse City team is usually a pretty big game, so we should be in for a good one tonight.
For sure. Cadillac wins the tip, and they get a shot by Michaela Knight, and she comes down, and there's a steal by McKenna Bryant, but gives it back to the Trojans as they throw it out of bounds.
Hey, Cadillac's meeting them early, putting pressure on Traverse City, and they got a steal out of it, or a turnover out of it.
Yep, Riley Farmer kind of got turned around there and ended up throwing it out of bounds. McKenna Bryant takes the ball out, throws it to Michaela Knight in the corner, looking for Molly Anderson down low. Traverse City comes out in a 2-3 zone.
They're challenging Cadillac shooters early. I feel like if Cadillac makes a few shots, they have the shooters to do it. They may make Traverse City turn that zone into a man-to-man defense.
McKenna Bryant dribbles baseline and actually gets a foul picked up, and it'll be Cadillac ball underneath the basket. McKenna inbounds it to McTaggart, back to McKenna for three, and just long. Rebound comes to Molly Anderson out top, and Cadillac will look to reset everything.
A hard drive draws a foul, and it looks like a body.
So Molly's going to go to the line for 2 shots. And tonight's game actually features the three top scorers in the Big North Conference. We have Molly Anderson, who's averaging about 16 points a game. Karina Stewart for the Trojans is averaging 15, and along with McKenna also averaging 15. So should be some high scoring from those three tonight. And Molly Anderson misses the first free throw.
Yeah, usually teams just have kind of one player they really focus on, try to shut them down, but Traverse City has two, as you heard, two of the best scorers in the Big North Conference to try to shut down, so they've got quite a big challenge ahead of them.
Unfortunately for the Vikings, Molly misses both free throws, and Cadillac gets back in defense.
Cadillac not shying away from them, putting quite a bit of pressure on them.
Yeah, they get a turnover on number 2, Karina Stewart. And there's your man-to-man back pretty quick with that. So Traverse City just mixing things up on defense, trying to keep the Vikings on their toes.
I think that's a good coaching play doing that. Cadillac may be coming out expecting man-to-man defense, and switching it up kind of cancels any first play that they had drawn up.
McKenna Bryant penetrates on the right side, dishes to Emma McTaggart, and Traverse City actually picks up another foul. So they're kind of behind the 8 ball with 3 fouls in the first minute and a half. Still no scoring here tonight. Molly Anderson gets the ball in the right wing, comes back to the top to set her offense up. Looking for Olivia Meyer, but she's not open. Finds McKenna Bryant in the corner again and got it.
Great
3
shot.
points.
I remember last game I came and helped announce for her, she was on fire. And looks like she may be starting off on fire again.
She does. There was some questions if she was going to play tonight, but she's ready to roll, and looks like we're going to get a jump ball here. Possession arrow is going to go back to the Trojans. Thought Traverse City might have got away with a little walk right there.
A lot of times those 50-50 balls can be game changers. Cadillac's meeting Traverse City up top, up towards the blue or white line. Traverse City gets a short corner shot, just long, rebounded by Molly Anderson.
Yeah, Riley Farmer kind of rushed that one a little bit, but good job by Molly. She's a very good rebounder as she plays that guard position. McKenna Bryant dribbles out and actually throws it away. Try to kick it out to Michaela Knight.
She had the right idea, just put a little too much power behind that pass.
Got to give him the jump stop, Ev. So here comes Cadillac back in a trapping half-court press. Olivia Meyer guarding Karina Stewart right now, and they look to shut her down and eventually shut the whole Trojans down. McKenna Bryant gets a quick steal and a foul on the Trojans again. That's going to be their 4th team foul.
I think that was a good call too. I feel like she just got frustrated from having a turnover and didn't move her feet, tried to reach in to pick it back, and yeah, I'd say that's a good call by the ref.
So here comes McKenna again, guarded by Sadie Zahn, and looking for a high screen from Michaela Knight over to Molly. Drives baseline, nice little pull up, and just bounces off the back of the rim. She'd like to get that to fall, I'm sure.
Yeah, those are the shots you look for.
Karina
Eventually
Stewart.
they will fall.
Karina Stewart drives, and like we said earlier, she likes to go left. And as she drives in, she throws up it was a kind of a half bank layup.
Hey, whatever works, works.
I guess, yeah. Olivia Meyer gets a screen and misses a three-pointer, but brought down by number 11, Siri Asiala. Gets it out to Farmer for 3, and she gets it.
Just like that.
And
3 to 5. 2
3
possessions.
to 5. And looks like Coach Mack's going to call a timeout right here.
That's one thing a lot of teams really focus on in practice are score, stop, scores. That's exactly what they did.
Yep, and you know, Cadillac's had quite a few opportunities down here to put the ball in the hoop. They're getting lots of turnovers. They got the Trojans in foul trouble, and that's what they don't want to do is give up a couple easy buckets here tonight. While we have a timeout, we're going to talk about our sponsors real quick. Fox Motors of Cadillac and Pizza Plus, along with Cadillac Tire Center, are the 3 sponsors for tonight, and you are more than welcome to be a part of that sponsorship by calling the CCTV station. So here we go back. It's going to be Cadillac ball as they bring it up against man-to-man again. Molly Anderson gets it, looking for a screen from McTaggart. Over to Michaela Knight to McKenna Bryant.
Traverse City's not afraid to play uptight man-to-man defense and meeting Cadillac up a little bit past the three-point line.
Yeah, and you know, Cadillac just needs to work a little bit of patience in their offense. I think they're more athletic than the Trojans. They move the ball, better shooters, so not to force anything right here.
Yeah, and even doing what they're doing right now, forcing Traverse City to play long defensive possessions, tires them out.
Good kick out by McTaggart to Olivia Meyer, but her 3 is just off the mark. Comes back down, and Stewart kicks it to Asiala, swings it around the other side all the way to Zahn, and she misses. Molly Anderson with another rebound. Cadillac looks to run a little bit, but doesn't have anything, so they'll try to set something up. Ball's out of bounds. Off Stewart. It's going to be Cadillac basketball underneath, and here comes a couple of first subs for Cadillac, and we have Jocelyn Seeley and along with Maddie Drabeck coming in the game.
Let's see if these two will keep the energy up in the game and hopefully score some points.
We're going to get a jump ball right here, and you know, Coach Mack has the luxury of bringing those 2 girls off the bench. Both of them do an extremely great job of defending. Maddie Drabeck's probably one of the best defenders in the entire Big North. And then Jocelyn Seeley's a freshman. She's a great passer, a great teammate. And here's Maddie Drabeck with the ball right away. Finds Michaela Knight, drives, and gets another foul. So Cadillac taking it right to them and getting the Trojans in foul trouble early.
Yeah, those traits you mentioned are exactly what you look for any player that you have on your team. If you can come in and keep defense going, make a few steals maybe, that's what you look for. And Jocelyn playing up as a freshman is very impressive. Any chance that she can get in the game and have a little more experience, when she's a junior or senior, she's going to be the girl that the coaches look to take the last shot.
For sure. Now looks like number 41 for the Trojans, Peyton Carlson's coming in. Along with, for Cadillac, that would be Anna Whipple's coming in, replacing Michaela Knight. And Anna Whipple's a sophomore, a 5'11 sophomore, comes off the bench and does a great job for the Vikings.
Traverse City is keeping this pace up.
Yeah, they like to run a little bit, and I don't. Looks like Maddie Drabeck. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be Molly Anderson's going to pick up her first foul of the night.
Cadillac has had 1 foul called on them, and Traverse City 5. Traverse City coaches have to be thinking if any of their starters are in foul trouble, they really got to play a little smarter. Maybe even back the pressure off the Vikings and force them to shoot and make them guard them.
So Riley Farmer is the girl at the free throw line. She makes the first one. Molly Anderson gets a break. And checking in for the Vikings is Chesney Berge. McKenna Bryant dribbles up in the middle, looking for Maddie Drabeck. She's covered by number 5 for the Trojans. That's Farmer. Little pick and roll got turned over by Maddie Drabeck trying to find Whipple.
I think that was a great pass. The idea of it was, but just a little bit too early. Hold on to that for half a second longer.
Yep, need to get it over the top of them. So we got a kick ball by the Vikings, and with 2:34 left, we're kind of in a dogfight here. It's only 7-4.
Like we said at the beginning, Traverse City is 2-10, but they're coming out like they're a strong team.
Yeah, and you know, like as the season rolls on, Cadillac played them really early. Teams changed quite a bit, and looks like number 41, Peyton Carlson gets a quick bucket right there, and the Trojans lead 9-4. Cadillac in their kind of 1-4 set, looking for Chesney. She's open on the right wing. Dribbles to the top, finds Jocelyn. And like we said, Jocelyn's a great passer, finds McKenna Bryan on a back cut, and McKenna gets fouled.
It looked like she was a little frustrated she didn't get the and one, but I mean, even just drawing the foul there puts Traverse City at 6 fouls.
Yeah, they're gonna spend probably the majority of the first half in the bonus. Cadillac is, and McKenna Bryant is short on her first free throw. Checking in for the Trojans is number 45, and that would be Sophia Locricchio. So see if we can get that name correct.
Yeah, there's one for you.
Locricchio. Cadillac, I believe, is about just 1 for 5 on free throws tonight, and there's a good one by McKenna. So we got the Vikings at 5 and the Trojans at 9 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and Cadillac is in their press.
Looks like a 2-1-2, I believe. See if they can trap her right at, oh, she got out of it. Right now you just have to think hustle back, just set up your defense and try not to let Traverse City get an easy bucket.
Yeah, don't foul, just make sure they have to work to get it. So here's number...
One thing I've noticed with both teams, neither team are really settling for shots. They wait till they have an A or B shot before they put one up. Looks like we might have an injury. I believe number 15.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened. It kind of looked like just a collision underneath the basket, and I don't know if she got hit in the stomach or what, but we'll just give her some time. Looks like the trainer's out there, and Brandon Parcell is our trainer, and you know he's actually in the newspaper a couple days ago for his work on one of the referees that was here in the JV game. Mr. Westorp was there and had some heart issues and kind of went down, and Brandon was right there. He does a very good job as the athletic trainer for the Vikings. Looks like she's going to be okay. It's almost looked like one of those injuries where you get hit in the gut and you get the wind knocked out of you, and
yeah,
it feels like
I'm lost.
Feels like you're going to die a little bit, but I think she's going to be okay.
Yeah, lost me again. There we go. Yeah, anytime someone goes down and the trainer needs to be called out, if you can see them walk away from that, that's always a good thing. got our mics going in and out a little bit, but a few technical difficulties.
Okay, so I think we're back at it here, and like you said, Ev.
Molly Anderson just knocked down a free throw after an and one. A lot of contact as she went up, but she was able to stay strong and finish.
And so the Vikings look to try to close out the last minute of this quarter. They get a three-pointer missed shot out of number 5, Riley Farmer. It goes out of bounds off Traverse City. And here comes Sadie Zahn back in the game for the Trojans.
Right now, if you're a Viking, you're thinking maybe try to get a few more points and have a little momentum going into the second quarter.
So Molly looks to high screen off Jocelyn, finds Chesney over in the corner, and drains a three.
Great looking shot.
Yeah, a deep one, number 5, Chesney Berge.
Once she let that go, you could just tell that it was a pretty shot and it felt right.
Right, and there's a quick steal by Maddie Drabeck. Molly finds Maddie back in the corner, dribbles baseline, step back and look good, but just a little short. Rebound by number 10, Welsh for the Trojans, and Cadillac gets kind of a cheap foul reaching in.
And I'd even say that was a good foul to go for.
Yeah.
I don't think Jocelyn has had a foul yet, and if she could get another quick 2 points off that, I'd say risk it.
Yep, and it actually gives the Vikings a chance to set up their press a little bit.
Traverse City breaks it quickly.
Almost a flop there.
Almost a flop. It sounded like her head took most of the fall.
Yep, but good defense, I guess, by Maddie. She made her miss. So 17 seconds left. Chesney Berge looking and actually gets a double dribble or traveling call there.
I talked with both Coach Mack and Coach Simons after the game. The Cadillac girls are tough. They're not afraid to dive for loose balls or take charges. That's one thing that toughness is difficult to teach, but if you can do it.
So for the Trojans, number 34 checks in. That's Becca Boynton with 3 seconds left. And Traverse City is going to get the shot off, but it's short. So the end of the first half, and we have the Vikings took a quick lead at the end to make it 11-9, and we will be back in a short time.